Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Health Matters. I am Alpesh Parmar, and I'm thrilled to embark on this journey towards better health and well being with all of you. Before we dive in, I want to make it clear that I'm not a doctor, a scientist, or a certified expert on health issues. I'm just someone who discovered a passion for fitness and health later in life, and I'm eager to share what I have learned along the way. In my late 20s, I had a realization. Like many people, I was caught up in the daily grind, work, responsibilities, and the usual routines that often leave little room for self care. I wasn't paying attention to my health, and I could feel the effects both physically and mentally. Something needed to change. I decided to take a leap and join the local gym. At first, it was intimidating. I was surrounded by people who seemed to know exactly what they were doing, while I felt like a fish out of water. But I committed to showing up regularly, and I felt like a fish out of water, right? But once I started going to the gym regularly, over time, the gym became a place of solace and empowerment. The weights, the cardio machines, the classes, they all became tools in my journey toward better health. As I grew stronger and more confident, I wanted to push my limits. I started signing up for local races, 5Ks, 10Ks, and eventually half marathons. And then I moved on to Spartan and Tough Mudder and a lot of those obstacle course racing. Crossing those finish lines was an exhilarating experience. It wasn't just about the medals or the times, it was about proving to myself that I could set goals and achieve them. One of the most rewarding aspects of this journey was the people I met along the way. Joining a group class based like a CrossFit gym introduced me to a community of like minded individuals. We shared stories, exchanged tips, and motivated each other. These interactions opened my eyes to new perspectives on health and fitness. The more I engaged with others, the more curious I became about how our bodies work, right? I started reading articles, watching documentaries, and attending seminars. I watched one of the documentaries. I, of course, remember What the Health was eye opening, Forks Over Knives. And of course, we will be talking about some of those documentaries as well when we are going through this journey together. I realized that exercise was just one piece of the puzzle. There was a whole world of knowledge about nutrition, psych physiology, and overall wellness that I had yet to explore. One of the most profound insights I gained was the critical role of nutrition. I came across a saying that resonated deeply with me. Food is medicine, and if you don't understand this, then you'll have to eat medicine instead of food. It struck me how the foods we consume can either fuel our health or contribute to illness. I began to pay closer attention to my diet, learning about whole foods, processed ingredients, and the impact of various nutrients on our bodies. Of course, then came the worst moment of our lives, COVID-19 pandemic, a global event that underscored the importance of health like never before. With more time at home, I delved into studying chronic inflammatory and autoimmune diseases. I wanted to understand why certain conditions made people more vulnerable and how lifestyle choices could influence our immune systems. Over the past few years, I've read over 50 books on health, nutrition, and disease prevention. And of course, I'm gonna provide links to all those books as well. In the comments below. I've attended numerous webinars and virtual conferences, absorbing information from experts across various fields. Each piece of knowledge added to a more comprehensive understanding of wellness. You might wonder why I am sharing all of this. Because I already mentioned, right? I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a certified expert in this field. But the truth is, I believe that the information I have gathered can benefit a lot more people. You, someone else, right? And it allows me to basically express myself. Navigating the vast landscapes of health and wellness can be overwhelming. There are countless theories, diets, and fitness programs out there, and it's hard to know where to start. So, in Health Matters, I aim to share my experiences and the insights I have gained in a way that's accessible and relatable. We'll cover topics like understanding nutrition, breaking down the basics of a healthy diet, and debunking common myths, the importance of exercise, exploring different types of physical activity, and finding what works for you. Chronic and autoimmune diseases. This is close to my heart. So, of course, I'll talk and I'll, of course, cite a lot of doctors. And I'll ask you to Google yourself, ask ChatGPT. But we'll be discussing how lifestyle factors can influence these conditions. Mental health and well being. Recognize the connection between our physical health and mental well being. Building healthy habits, practical tips for making sustainable changes in your daily life. I want this to be a collaborative journey. I'm not here to prescribe solutions, but to open a dialogue. Your thoughts, questions, and experiences are invaluable. Together, we can create a supporting community where we learn from each other and strive toward better health. Starting this series is both exciting and a bit daunting. Sharing personal stories and insights puts one in a vulnerable position, right? But I believe it's worth it if it can inspire even one person to take a step toward a healthier life. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. I'm looking forward to the conversations we will have and the discoveries we'll make together. Remember, while I'm not an expert, I'm passionate about learning and sharing, and I hope that passion ignites something in you as well. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll dive into the fundamentals of nutrition, and especially we'll start with some of the chronic diseases, and then we'll, of course, continue to talk about how we can make food choices that will support our health goals. Until then, take care of yourself and remember, health matters.